So how are you two up on splinter bids?
I feel like it doesn't come up that much for me, or maybe I just don't recognize it. But so four card support plus like a singleton or void, right?
Yep.
And game forcing,
Yes, and
and you do it at the 4 level usually, or always.
usually if it's one heart and your shortness is in spades, it's 3 spades. So it's a double jump shift.
Right.
I can't, it won't let me share a screen here without one of the hosts being online.
So Trace, if you bid one spade, and I say four clubs, means that I have spades for you, and I also have a singleton or void. Is that right?
In the suit you're bidding.
Right. And game forcing. So it's telling you all of those things. And I think the main reason you do it is to look for slam, right?
Yeah, it's because you're going to game for sure, and it's to see if you have a cheap slam.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What's your email?
JKT1234 @gmail.
So I just sent you the handout for this.
It hasn't come through yet. There, I got it. Excuse me.
Bless you. And so the other thing is that when you have, what's our other bid that's available if we have game forcing values and 4 card support for major?
The Jacoby tune.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Jacoby 2-no trump. And so you can have a hand that's suitable for that, but you also hold a singleton or void on the side. And if it's barely a game forcing hand, we'll do the splinter bid. If it's a little bit better than that, we'll do the Jacoby. And the splinter bid makes the opener the captain because the splinter bid narrowly defines your hand. It's generally like 10 to 12 high card points or 9 to 12 high card points, and the 4 card support and the singleton or void. And so if you have better than that, we'll do Jacoby 2-no trump, and then responder becomes the captain of the auction because opener does the descriptive bid next. That makes responder able to put everything together. So if you look at this handout, then we've got some examples. So hand 1 here. See, we've got 11 high card points, 4 spades and a singleton diamond. So when partner opens a diamond, we bid, or when partner opens a spade, we bid 4 diamonds here. That makes sense?
Or number, we were looking at, are you looking at number 3?
Oh,
Number
yeah, sorry.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense if you're looking at number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got 11 points, a singleton diamond, and 4 spades.
Right, and we give ourselves dummy points, 3 dummy points for that singleton diamond, so it puts us up at 14. So we're a game forcing hand, but kind of the low end of game forcing. If we had 16 points, we'd bid 2-no trump with this, but with 14 dummy points, we'll do the 4 diamond. Okay. And hand 2 here, you can do it the other way too. So we open a diamond and then partner bids 1 heart. And that sounds great to us. Because as opener, we can reevaluate as dummy points now. So how many points do we have at that point?
20.
21, I think. And 18 high card points and 3 for the singleton.
I keep counting 17 high card points. Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Whether it's 20 or 21, though, it's a game forcing. You have enough for game.
Right.
Opposite partner is 6. So we can jump to 4 clubs, which is a splinter by opener, a splinter rebid by opener.
So anybody could do, it doesn't, you don't have to be the responder to do this.
That's right. That's right.
Mm.
But the big difference is if it's opener doing it and responder may only have 6 points, you can't do it with a 13-point hand. You need to have like this 20-point hand
Yeah,
Right.
because it's a
Yeah.
game forcing bid.
okay.
And if partner only has 6 points, partner will probably just bid 4 hearts. But with the right hand, even with 6 points, you might be able to make slams. So, all right, and then hand 3, partner opens a club, and we bid a heart, and then partner bids a spade for their second bid. Now we can bid 4 diamonds.
Okay. Yeah, I bet this situation does come up and I just don't recognize it.
Yeah,
I
the
gotta
splinter-
look for it more often.
So the splinter shape and strength doesn't come up a ton, but I would say it's at least equal to the Jacoby 2 no trump.
Uh-huh.
Jacoby 2 no trump requires well, similar points, but can be done with the stronger hands, but you don't have the stronger hands as often. You tend to have the weaker hands.
Jacoby 2 no, it's only done though by their responder.
That's right. That you can't do that in these multiple bid auctions like that. It's only responder over the opening bid. It can't be done like this last one over second bid, for instance.
Okay. And fourth.
So here the idea is how they help a hand with no wastage in the splinter suit should seek slam. So this is the partner of the splinter bidder. Should say if I've got no high cards in that suit and a bunch of little cards, then maybe I should think about slam. If I've got some high cards in the suit that you've got shortness in, that's a downgrade. I
Uh-huh.
should probably just stop at game. So here, 1 spade, 4 diamonds shows the singleton for void and diamonds. And diamonds is our best side suit with the king, queen, little.
Right.
And so we would just bid 4 spades saying, you know, these hands aren't going to fit that great, even though we've got 9 spades. We could, if we look at this, we could lose a club, a diamond, and 2 hearts, for instance. We might not even make 4 spades. If we go to the second page, hand 5, 1 spade by west, 4 diamonds by east. Now west has 4 little diamonds.
Mhm.
See?
Mhm.
So that is like the magic is starting to happen here.
Right. Because you'll only lose 1 diamond.
Yeah.
But the opponents have 10 high card points in diamonds. And they can only take 1 trick with those 10 high card points.
Uh-huh.
And so we can, because we have first or second round control in the hearts and clubs, the other side suits, we're not worried about 2 quick losers. So we don't need to control bid. So we can just go to Blackwood, find out partner's got 1 key card. And we have 3 key cards, so we're missing 1 key card, and we know it's the ace of diamonds because we also don't do a splinter with the singleton ace or king.
Okay.
So we know partner's got the ace of hearts for that. And so with this hand, we're not going to lose any spades, we're not going to lose any hearts, we'll lose 1 diamond, then we'll lose no clubs.
Wow. Oh. Yeah.
All right. And how many points have we got here? We got 14 high cards in the west and 11, so in the east, so 25 high card points total. But we have a near laydown slam. Whereas the previous hand was the exact same east hand.
Mhm.
But we had different our high cards were in different suits in the opener's hand. So the exact same responder, exact same splinter bid. In one case, we can make 6 spades. In one case, it's not clear we can make 4 spades.
Uh-huh.
And it just has to do with how the hands fit.
Right.
And are our high cards working, meaning they're in the same suits with each other? Or are they not working? Whereas my high cards are opposite your low cards and vice versa. Your singleton's opposite my good suit.
Okay.
So if we look at hand 6, one diamond, one heart, 4 clubs.
Then he stops in game because he's got high card points and clubs.
Right, and even though he knows that 4 clubs is showing like 20 points and we've got about 10 points, that's 30. That's not necessarily enough for slam. We need to have working high cards. And here we know it's not working. Our best side suit is clubs. So we don't want to go on. And even in this one, we could possibly lose 3 spades and a club and go down in 4 hearts. Even though we've got all these points.
Sure, yeah.
So when your high cards are not working, the normal points for game is maybe not even always enough. Chances are you'd make game with this. It'd be bad luck if you're not, but there's enough aces and queens outstanding that you might. And this is what happens when, like in spades, you've got king, jack of spades opposite 3 little, and you got king, jack of clubs opposite a singleton. So you're not going to lose any tricks in hearts or diamonds, but the black suits are no guarantees there.
Mhm.
And if we look at 7, one diamond, one heart, a 4 club, again by opener, showing that 20-point kind of hand. Now, clubs is, we've got a nice hand. We've got 11 points. Our jack of clubs is worthless now. We know that, so we could call it a 10-point hand. But we know that their singleton is opposite our weak suit. So that's constructive, and that means that our ace of spades and our king of diamonds are likely to be well placed, matching honors in the west hand.
Right.
And so we'll go ahead and try key card, and we'll find 2 key cards with the queen. So we know we're missing 1 key card, and we know it's the ace of clubs. And so we go on to slam.
Okay.
And in this hand, it looks like we're going to make without any trouble, right? It's just we've got from the west, well, we've got 5 diamonds and 4 hearts is 9, 10, 11 in spades. We need a 12th trick, but just roughing a club will give us a 12th trick. Right.
Huh.
And because we're 4-4 in hearts, a rough in either hand generates a trick.
Right.
It normally needs to be in the short trump hand to get it to add to your trick total, but when you're 4-4, either hand can do that. That's one reason that 4-4s are kind of nice for slams, because you can get that 12th trick by roughing from either hand.
Because they're most likely going to lead with the club, and probably not well.
So they may take their ace of clubs right off.
Yeah.
If you think back though into our LSD days, what kind of dummy do we expect even before we make our opening lead after a sequence like this?
Well, because they did a splinter bid, you're going to think it's a short one dummy.
Right. And so our defense is often to lead a trump there. Right?
Uh-huh.
Now, if the other thing we know about a sequence like this is that we know the defense probably has 4 trumps. And so if we only have 2 trumps, we expect partner to have at most 2. We may think leading trumps is not going to be very effective because they'll still have 2 trumps left over for roughs and dummy.
Mhm.
And that maybe it's better to try and do an attacking lead on one of our own suits.
Mhm.
But if you have 1 or 3, it may be better because you may be able to do 3 rounds of trumps and cut dummy down to getting just 1 round. So you can do that. You can do that short suit attack when people do splinter bid against you.
Okay.
It's also the case that because the splinter is the weaker kind of bid, there's a greater chance your side has some high card points. And so
Mhm.
you want to protect them from not getting rubbed. All right, and then hand 8. Club, a heart, a spade, 4 diamonds. And again, diamonds is our best side suit here with ace, king, jack. So West will just bid 4 spades, not
Right.
try for slam. Number 9. Club, a heart, a spade, 4 diamonds.
Well,
Now,
this is-
again, it's the magic here, right? We've got 3 little diamonds,
Right.
1 loser in that suit. 4 no trump. 5 no trump. I don't know if you remember the 5 no trump response for key card.
No.
I was just gonna ask that.
2 key cards and a useful void. And since you already splintered to diamonds, it must be,
It's confirming it's avoidance of a singleton.
yeah, that's right. And so with 2 key cards, you, East or West still can tell that you are. Oh, it knows you're missing a diamond key card. So you're really not, but it's opposite of void. You're missing the ace of diamonds. But since there's a void, there's no loser there. And so you could think about 7 spades here. And we can see it looks like 7 spades is on the club finesse.
Right.
But again, the splinter is usually not a super strong hand. It's like just enough for game. And West doesn't seem like it has enough really to go for grand there, even knowing that there's no diamond losers. So. And there's some other stuff in here about other kinds of splinters you can do. Mini splinters and things like that, but for now, just recognizing this. The one reason that you can see splinters more often is when you do them in more of these scenarios, besides just the initial response to an opening bid. By being able to make them by the opener or by responder's second bid, there's more scenarios where they'll come up if you look for those.
Okay.
All right, so let's do some bridge base then, because I have 4 hands here. So both of you should have invites there.
I don't have one, but let me get out and come back in.
Yeah, hang on, let me. Oh, I don't want this. I want to do this one here.
Here we go.
There we go.
This doesn't look like my hand. Hang on. Go ahead and bid this anyhow, because we can see how it goes, but it will not be a splinter.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, these are beautiful. I don't think it's a splinter.
You didn't really have any extras though when I invite you.
Wow, sure, I could have left you there, huh?
Yeah, better to pass the 2 no trump here.
Okay.
All right, let's see if right hand comes up here. No, this is not it. Yeah, I'm gonna see if this will come up now. Here we go.
I jump 2, is that what I do? So,
It's a double jump.
So to 3.
No, that because 2 clubs is not a jump.
Mhm.
So you're
3
almost
clubs
always
is a jump. There you go. So you can do this, but it's better not to go straight there. Because what if you're missing the ace and king of hearts?
right.
Even if you have 4 of the key cards, you could be down. So you can do a control bid here. Showing first or second round control.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay. And from that, then I do the 4 no trump.
Well, no, you could, but it would be better to just control bid back to him.
Okay.
Because he's the captain of this auction once you splinter,
Right.
and you have room to bid 4 hearts here.
Okay, so that's what I bid, 4 hearts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Showing the control on hearts.
Uh-huh.
Now that you know she has a control on hearts, it's safe to use Blackwood.
Blackwood.
Key card, yeah.
Okay, so you want to know
So we're in spades.
and I don't have the king or the ace, and so I only have one ace,
Yes.
which is I only know 2, so it has to be diamond or no 14. Never know this. Sorry.
Yeah, 1430 means the first bid is the 1 or the 4.
Okay. And then you can guess which it is.
He can tell because he knows it can't be the club.
Mm-hmm. And I already said I have some control
The heart,
over
yeah.
it, so you're like,
Yeah, he knows that the heart needs to be the ace hearts at that point. So. So when you know that you're missing 1 key card, our tiebreaker is, do we have the queen of trump?
Okay.
And usually if we have 4 key cards plus the queen, that's good enough to go on.
Okay. And so I'm not too worried about the king of hearts.
Nope.
okay,
Okay, so you can see all 4 hands now.
yeah.
So what do you think East is going to lead?
King of hearts.
Yep. And so that's a little annoying for you, but how do you think you should go about trying to play the hand?
Well, so he'll get the king of, he's gonna lead the king of hearts, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I should lead the jack of diamonds and finesse for the queen.
You could, but you don't have the 10 of diamonds, so even if they cover with the
Yeah.
queen, it's not, the 10's going to be outstanding.
That's true.
What else could you do?
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna at first glance, I'm gonna lose a club and a heart, and so I'm trying to figure out. I guess I need to dump a heart.
Well,
But diamonds is the only place I see that I can do that.
yeah, so you need to pitch a heart from the north hand on a diamond. And so, how about if you take the ace of diamonds and the king of diamonds and rough a diamond?
Uh huh.
Then what would you have to do?
Rough it and leave your jack so that you have, so it would be good, or what you,
Right.
Well, if you leave the
Lead
ace of
low.
diamonds, king of diamonds, rough a diamond, you'll be in the north hand.
Right.
But if you can get back to the south hand and rough a second diamond, then they'll be out of diamonds.
and you can easily, I mean. The only
Well, you
transportation-
mean if West covers with the queen on that rough?
Doesn't matter if they cover, if, once you take the ace and king of diamonds, they'll be down to the queen 10.
Right.
And you can lead any diamond, they play the 10 and you rough it. You go back to dummy and play a fourth diamond, now they only have the queen left and you rough it.
And your jack.
And you still have a fifth diamond in dummy.
Okay.
It's not
right.
a matter of who has the queen or whatnot, they could have the queen, jack, 10, 9 against you. But once they're out, they're out.
Right. So I say play the ace king, rough 2 diamonds, then lead the 5th diamond and dump the heart.
Right. But the problem with that is transportation to get to dummy 3 times. You have to get there twice to rough twice,
Uh huh.
and then a third time to lead that last diamond to pitch the heart. And they knocked out one of your main entries, the ace of hearts on trick 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you could rough a club to get to dummy, but if you rough a club before you've done all this pitch diamonds and pitch a heart, they'll just take the ace of clubs and queen of hearts. So you can't use club roughs to get there. So you can only get to dummy in spades.
Mm-hmm.
And so kind of what you need to do is win the ace of hearts and do your ace king of diamonds right off the bat and rough a diamond high with the ace,
Yeah.
and then lead a trump to the jack, rough another diamond with the king,
Uh huh.
and then lead another trump to the 10, which will draw the last trump by then. And then you could pitch your heart, and you still need a couple of trumps left in dummy because you need to trump the 2 club losers. You can give up a club, but you need to have trumps left over to take care of your 2 club losers.
Right.
So the main lesson on the hand play is that you can try a finesse like this, and you could just play the ace of diamonds and a diamond to the jack, and half of the time that's going to work, and then you'll get a heart pitch right away. But that's a 50-50 chance.
Uh huh.
But the diamonds are more likely to be either 3-3 or 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have enough entries, you can rough out diamonds. That only fails if diamonds are 5-1 or 6-0, which is a lot less likely than 50-50. So a better percentage chance.
Okay.
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 But the auction was good, and again, it's nice to use control bids after a splinter if you don't have controls in the unbid side suits,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't find yourself saying, okay, we've got 4 key cards in the queen of trump and we bid slam, and then they start out with the ace and king of hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This does not look like.
This doesn't look like a splinter hand.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Hang on.
Is it the east
Um,
It's about to get passed out.
Uh, hang on, don't pass.
I bet it's east and west. Oh. Oh.
Oh, shoot, I can't do this. I'm gonna put you back in. I tried to take you out. Are you able to take your seats again?
Are you inviting us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see an invitation.
and
But sometimes if I go out and come back in, then the invitation shows up. There it goes. There it is.
Did you go out?
No.
I can do a new reservation here.
There we go.
Okay, so go ahead and North, go ahead and pass. We'll just look at it. Because this is the hand setup for east-west. These are rotating and I can't
Okay.
seat you east-west on a bidding table.
Okay, no
But
worries.
normally, east will start with a diamond here.
Then west will answer heart.
Uh-huh,
And then east will go 4 clubs.
yeah,
And then west will say 4 hearts.
4 hearts.
Mhm.
Because clubs, if it had been 4 diamonds, it would have been great, but 4 clubs is a downer.
Right.
Yep.
If we look at this, we're gonna lose 2 diamonds and a club. And we're at risk of losing a spade if they get off to a spade lead. So, good not to be in 6 here.
Okay. Hmm. So actually, anything he would bid would sort of be like, well, I guess diamonds would have been better.
Yeah, but that's right.
So just go to just, so, but so wait, when we do the splinter bids, I'm not in control.
Oh, you are, because I've
you
said
are.
I've said pretty much everything about
You're the one who did the splinter bid, not me.
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm in control, yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
And so what do we think the opening lead is going to be here?
mhm.
Well, since they know I'm short, if they're defending LSD, they might lead Trump.
They might. If they do, though, it's going to help you out here because it gives you the free Trump finesse. So let's say they start with a heart here. Queen of hearts.
Mhm.
What's your declare plan going to be?
Wow. If they lead the queen, then you don't have to trump it. You can just see what they do, right?
You could let them win their ace because they're not going to lead the queen from the ace queen. So east will
Right.
win the ace and it'll set up your king. But
Yeah.
what is the concern that east might do then?
Lead a diamond.
Yeah. Doesn't a diamond lead kind of seem scary there?
Terrible, huh? Yeah. Yeah, and if he leads a diamond, then what do you do?
Well, then you're toast if you gave him the ace of hearts already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess don't give him the ace of hearts. Rough.
It's a really good point. Yeah.
Right. And then how do we normally play spades like this when um, there's 4 out and we're missing the queen?
To the ace jack, right? Or
9 never.
Oh,
Yeah, we normally play for the drop. Because the odds slightly favor it. But the problem here is we can afford to lose a spade. Right? So long as we don't lose it to east.
Mm-hmm.
If we play for the drop here, you'll see it doesn't work. And then if we lead a third spade and they get in with the queen, what are they going to do?
The diamond.
Lead the diamond.
Right,
Or
so
take it-
east,
or
we
take
call
their
east
ace.
the danger hand here. So we need to do kind of whatever we can to prevent east from getting the lead. And so in this case, it's better to take the finesse, play the king of spades, and then play a low spade. And finesse the jack.
Okay.
In this case, it's going to win, but if the spades had been 2-2 and the queen won on the other side, again, West could take the ace of diamonds, but nothing else.
So say that again. So so if they lead the queen of hearts and you take it with your three of spades, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then you lead the king of spades, you said?
Yeah.
Or
King of spades.
Draw one round. And
oh,
then lead
yeah.
low and
And then
finesse.
lead low. Okay, gotcha.
Which we would normally play the king and then play the ace, so that we
Play
hope
for
it
the drop.
drops.
Right.
But we have this giant risk here that if East gets in and can lead a diamond through, they can set us. Whereas if West gets in, they can't attack our diamonds. They can only take at most one diamond trick. And once trumps are out, we can run our clubs and pitch all our diamond losers. So kind of a tricky play hand. But a lot of times when we're doing declare play, we want to think about the danger hand.
So yeah, because this is double dummy, but if you can't see east or west, how do you know that east is the danger hand?
Because we don't know where the ace of diamonds is, but we know if the ace of diamonds is with east, it doesn't matter what we do. But if West has the ace of diamonds, there's a path for them to set us. And so we don't want to open that path. So what we can see is with our 8 diamonds, we're at a fair risk of even losing, like if it weren't quite this way, but we could imagine losing 2 diamonds and then getting a diamond ruff against us also, right?
Oh.
Because if before trumps are drawn, they could also ruff a diamond if the ace and queen are in the west. And we also know that if East gets in, looking at dummy, they're highly likely to lead a diamond because they'll figure it'll finesse declare. So double dummy makes it more obvious, but even without seeing double dummy, we would be afraid of having 3 diamond losers here.
Mm-hmm.
But the way to protect against that is only lose the lead to West. And so we do that twice. One, we don't try and set up our king of hearts by ducking the first heart. We go ahead and ruff the first heart. And then we do it again by finessing in spades rather than playing for the drop.
Okay.
And we got company here. Hey, you.
Hi, Kitty.
They're both in here right now. All right, let's look at the next one. And you'll just have to pass this one out too, so we can see it. So here, West is the dealer. With 10 points, we'll pass, and then
East
one
will open a
spade by
spade.
East,
Yep.
pass,
4 clubs.
yep.
And then clubs are good for East because
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So then he'll do a control bid for diamonds.
He doesn't need to because he's got control in the diamonds and hearts already.
Oh, right. He's got control, and clubs is, that's
And
the
clubs
spoiler.
has the singleton or void, so that's controlled. So you can safely go right to 4 no trump.
Gotcha.
And you'll hear 5 clubs showing 1 key card. So again, you've got 4 key cards plus the queen, and you know it's the ace of clubs that you're missing is the singleton suit. So you can go to 6 spades here. And so South will be on lead. And hard to decide. It could be you might consider leading your ace of clubs anyhow to make sure you get that trick. And there's not a great risk. If we didn't have the king, we wouldn't do it because it might set up declare as king. But it probably won't set up more than that. Because we also know that because declare liked the club splinter, declare probably does not have a lot of honors, strength in clubs. So I might try the ace of clubs. And then, so we've got a club to lose here. We'll be able to rough 2 clubs. But we also, what other loser do we have?
Heart.
And so what is our options for heart? How can we try and avoid a heart loser? Not seeing north and south.
Well, I guess you could take 1 round of hearts with the ace and then lead to the king jack.
Right.
And that's won't work.
But it's got a 50% chance of working.
Right.
So if we didn't have any other options, we would do that. So is there another choice?
Well,
Nope.
There is. There is. So if we can get rid of 1 heart from east,
oh, that'd be perfect.
right? So how could we maybe pitch a heart on in the east hand? The only suit possible would be diamonds.
Right.
So what happens if we take ace of diamonds and we rough a diamond?
Oh.
And then we go back to dummy and rough a second diamond. What's going to happen? You can look at north and south now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well then,
Then the king's still
Well,
up there. But when they're
If we
taking,
take the ace of diamonds and then we rough 2 rounds of diamonds,
They
so
would've
so
had to
north
work.
is out.
and the king the king of diamonds gets roughed out, is what we say.
yeah,
Because we rough their king of diamonds by just
queen,
forcing them to play it as their last diamond. And then our queen of diamonds is good.
Yep.
And we can pitch a heart loser on the queen of diamonds and we don't have to try the heart finesse.
Same
So
as with that.
the idea here is, what's the chance that we would be able to rough out the king of diamonds? Is
Well,
it as good as 50-50?
I wouldn't think so.
No, because if the diamonds were 4-4, it wouldn't work. Because we wouldn't have any diamonds left in west.
right.
It'll only work if they're 5-3 like this. And if they're 5-3, the king's more likely to be in the 5 hand than the 3 hand.
Right.
So I would say it's like maybe a 25% chance that you can rough out the king of diamonds. But the fact that you can try it before doing the heart finesse makes the net result better than 50%.
Uh-huh.
You got the 50% of the finesse or the 25% of the rough out the king of diamonds. So it's more like a 60% chance than 50. So
Right.
when you can combine chances like that, you improve your overall odds of success. And
Yeah.
so with something like this, if you finessed first and it loses, it's too late to try roughing out the diamond because you lost that trick. But if you you can try the diamonds and you don't have to lose a diamond trick to try the diamonds,
True. Yeah,
right?
you don't have to run it.
There's no risk of losing a diamond trick if you start with diamonds, whereas there's a risk of losing the heart trick if you start with hearts. So you start with diamonds, even though it's only the 25% probability of working.
And then if it doesn't
King
work,
doesn't get roughed out, you go do your heart finesse.
Okay.
But when it does rough out, you don't have to do the heart finesse, and you make even when the queen of hearts is offside.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Once you see it, you see it.
It's just being able to see.
I agree. You know, well, and so if you haven't seen this type of play before, it's not, you're not going to come up with it, but these things do happen, and so trying to rough out and honor. More often we'll do it with a roughing finesse where we may have king, queen, jack, and they have the ace against us and partners void. We can do a roughing finesse by leading the king, and if they play the ace, we trumpet, and then our other ones are good.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also do it with just a loose honor like this, a king little, or a queen little,
Mm-hmm.
and give yourself an extra chance. Even if you had if you'd wound up, East had had the ace of clubs and a small diamond, you could try and rough out the ace and king of diamonds. You know, maybe North had ace, king, third of diamonds. You can still set up your queen that way. It's even less likely, but if you have the entries to do it, you might as well try it before going for the
Right.
finesse. So. Okay.
Okay.
That's all we have, and I'm going to have to run here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.
I appreciate it.
Sure thing. So yeah, try and keep an eye out for chances to do splitter bids. And
I will.
And they're fun because they take up a lot of auctions, so the opponents hate them, and they also let you find these 26-point slams.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Even better. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Everything. See you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.